as economic data again remains in the highlights, let's bring in Yahoo Finance's Emily McCormick, who was watching the print on jobless claims that came out this morning at 8:30. Emily, what did they show us about the labor market?
Well, Ryan, a little bit of a disappointing print here on jobless claims this morning for the latest week, but do keep in mind that the weekly data does tend to be choppy, so potentially more noise than signal here, but nevertheless, a little bit of a disappointment. But diving into these numbers, we had weekly jobless claims for the week ended February 12th coming in at 248,000. Consensus economists were looking for 218,000, so a bit higher than consensus for this week. And also should note that we saw a revised 225,000 new jobless claims for the previous week. So an increase for the first time after 3 straight weeks of declines in this latest data. Now, in terms of the continuing claims, so that is the total number of individuals claiming benefits across regular state programs, those did come in better than expected for the week ended February 5th. So those are reported on a 1-week delay as usual. Those coming in at 1.593 million versus the 1.605 million expected, and also coming down from the revised 1.619 million during the previous week. But taken together, all things considered, we do have to keep in mind here with that headline increase in jobless claims that we are still hovering right around pre-pandemic levels, since throughout 2019, we did have weekly jobless claims averaging around 220,000. We've also come down sharply from the highs of the pandemic era, because in February last year, weekly jobless claims were coming in at a rate of about 800,000 per week. So, Brian, certainly a little bit of a disappointment here in terms of this headline number on weekly jobless claims. We should also note that this weekly report does coincide with the survey week for the Labor Department's monthly jobs report. So we'll see if that does end up affecting the number that we get in that monthly jobs report in early March for February. We didn't necessarily see that be the case in January with that better than expected monthly print, but certainly something to keep an eye on here for the labor market data. Brian.